Hello everyone, Jay here and welcome to my channel. Today we'll explore the beatitudes from the Gospel of Matthew and uncover their inspiring teachings. Watch this video 21 days straight and witness your life change for the better. Let's dive in. Imagine a gentle slope bathed in the warm light of the rising sun. The air is crisp and the world seems to awaken with a sense of peace and promise. Jesus, our teacher and friend, sits down. His presence is calming, and his eyes reflect a deep understanding of the human heart. He begins to speak. His words are simple, yet profound. They carry a weight that resonates with everyone who hears them. They are for everyone, then and now. His message transcends time and culture, reaching into the hearts of all who listen. These words are known as the Beatitudes. They are more than just a collection of sayings. They are a guide to living a life of true fulfillment. Found in the Gospel of Matthew, the Beatitudes are more than just sayings. They are a divine blueprint for a blessed life, offering wisdom and guidance. They are a blueprint for a blessed life. Each Beatitude offers a glimpse into the heart of God and His desire for our well-being. Each Beatitude begins with the word blessed. This word signifies a state of deep, abiding joy and contentment. This word means happy or fortunate, but it goes beyond mere happiness. It speaks of a profound sense of well-being. Jesus isn't describing a fleeting happiness. He is talking about a joy that is rooted in something much deeper. He's talking about a deep, abiding joy. This joy is not dependent on external circumstances, but is anchored in a relationship with God. This joy comes from living in a right relationship with God and others. It is a joy that can withstand the trials and tribulations of life. It's a happiness that transcends circumstances. It is a state of being that remains constant even in the face of adversity. The Beatitudes call us to a higher way of living, one that is marked by compassion, humility, and a deep sense of purpose. They invite us to build a community where love and justice prevail, where each person is valued and cared for. In embracing the Beatitudes, we find a path to true peace and fulfillment, a way of life that brings us closer to the heart of God. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 5:3. What does it mean to be poor in spirit? It means recognizing our spiritual need for God. We acknowledge that we aren't self-sufficient. We depend on God's grace. In a world that often celebrates wealth and achievement, this beatitude might seem counterintuitive, but true wealth isn't found in possessions or status. It's found in humility and dependence on God. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Matthew 5:4. Life is filled with sorrow. We experience loss, disappointment, and pain. This beatitude doesn't glorify suffering. It acknowledges that grief is a part of life. God doesn't abandon us in our sadness. He promises comfort. This comfort might come through friends, family, or the Holy Spirit. It's a reminder that we are not alone in our grief. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Matthew 5:5. Meekness isn't weakness. It's strength under control. It's treating others with gentleness and respect, even when we're treated unjustly. In a world that often rewards aggression, meekness is a radical concept. But Jesus tells us that the meek will inherit the earth. They will experience true peace and lasting fulfillment. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, being filled. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Matthew 5:6. Just as our bodies crave food and water, our souls yearn for righteousness. We long for justice, fairness, and what is right. This beatitude assures us that our deepest longings will be satisfied. God promises to fill us with His righteousness, quenching our spiritual thirst. Blessed are the merciful, receiving God's compassion. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Matthew 5:7. Mercy is showing compassion and forgiveness, even when someone doesn't deserve it. It's reflecting God's love and grace to others. When we extend mercy to others, we open ourselves up to receive God's mercy. His forgiveness washes over us, bringing healing and restoration. Blessed are the pure in heart. Seeing God in the everyday, in our fast-paced world, it's easy to overlook the divine presence that surrounds us. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Matthew 5:8. This verse reminds us that purity of heart is the key to perceiving the divine in our daily lives. Purity of heart isn't about outward perfection. It's not about being flawless or without mistakes. It's about having a heart that's undivided in its love for God, a heart that seeks to align with His will and purpose. It's about seeking His will in all things. In every decision, in every action, we strive to reflect His love and grace. When our hearts are pure, we see God's handiwork everywhere. In the delicate petals of a flower, in the powerful rush of a waterfall, we recognize His presence in the beauty of creation, in the majesty of mountains, and the innocence of children at play, the love of family and friends, in the shared moments of joy and laughter, in the everyday miracles of life. From the first grasp of a newborn's hand to the serene beauty of a sunrise, God's presence is all around us, waiting to be seen by those with pure hearts. The Beatitudes are more than just nice sayings. They are profound teachings that offer us a way to live a life that is deeply fulfilling and spiritually rich. They are a roadmap to a life of blessing, guiding us through the complexities of life with wisdom and grace. They challenge us to live differently, to rise above the ordinary and embrace a higher calling. They invite us to embrace humility, compassion, peace, and righteousness. These virtues are not just ideals, but practical ways to transform our lives and the lives of those around us. Living the Beatitudes isn't always easy. It often means going against the grain, standing up for what is right, even when it is unpopular. It requires sacrifice and intentionality. We must be willing to let go of our own desires and put others first, to make choices that reflect our commitment to these teachings. But the rewards are immeasurable. The sense of peace and fulfillment that comes from living in alignment with these principles is beyond compare. When we live according to Jesus' teachings, we experience the true happiness He promised. This happiness is not dependent on external circumstances, but comes from within. We discover a life filled with meaning, purpose, and joy. Every action, no matter how small, becomes a step towards a more meaningful existence. We become beacons of hope in a world that desperately needs it. Our lives, lived in accordance with the Beatitudes, shine brightly, offering light and hope to those around us. If you enjoyed this video and are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our amazing upcoming videos and stories.